Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, and woo, this feels. Magic Mike, I can get used to this. You know, I could
Working
really
from
get
home?
used doing the show from home. I could get used to. I can actually. I don't even think I need to go on vacation. I mean, I can go on vacation from now on and still do my show. Like I don't necessarily have to take. Say, hey, I'm going to take off during because I usually take a week vacation between Christmas and New Year's, right? And I don't really have to do that. I can go wherever I want in the world and and take my vacation and do the show. No, no, I'm sorry. As I think about it, it's a horrible idea because then I won't be able to day drink.
I mean, you could and just, roll the dice.
No, no, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. But my point is, I can get used to this. Although I do miss you and Michelle, and Rob on the phones and everybody at the in the newsroom. I do miss all of you guys. So yeah, it's a bad idea. I don't want to do this. I'm doing this do this again tomorrow night. By the way, I posted on my Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see. If you're one of those lucky people to know me personally, which means that you have my cell phone number, you can text me if you'd like to come. I'm gonna have a live audience tomorrow night at the house, Mike.
Well, that should be interesting.
Yeah, friends and family. I'm gonna have invite people over. If you know me, if you have my cell phone, or been to a house party of mine before, you know where I live. But if you have my cell phone, you could text me if you want to come over. All I'm asking people to do is bring some food, some wings, or something to munch on while. But we're gonna have a live lounge in Shelley Winter's home as he does his show from the home because it's kind of it seems cool, but it's not cool to be in your house talking to yourself. And yes, I know I'm talking to an audience of people listening, hundreds of thousands of people listening, but you're still, at the end of the day, I'm in the house talking to myself. Like there's nobody, there's no dog running around, there's no wifey and child running around saying, oh, honey, you're on a break, can you grab some water, or can you take the garbage out? You know what I mean? There's nothing like that. I'm literally in the house by myself. So we're going to fix that tomorrow night. If you have my cell phone, just text me, and I'll give you all the information. You can come over and watch me do the show from home. So I want to talk about this comedians in Saudi Arabia. Okay, let me say this, right, Magic Mike. If Saudi Arabia or Russia or Ukraine or North Korea or war torn Eastern Africa, some country in war torn Eastern Africa, Boko Haram. If one of these groups of people says, "Hey, Mr. Winter, we'd like for you to come out here and do a week's full of your shows from here, and we'll give you millions of dollars to do it," I will hands down tell you I'd do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, right? But that being said, I also will tell you that I'm going to be as transparent as I am in America. So if North Korea asks me to come out there, I will have to demand in my contract that I can tell a joke about your president. And if they say, well, no, Mr. Winter, you can't do that, then I won't do it, right? I won't do it then. But these comedians, big comedians, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Aziz Ansari, Pete Davidson, Andrew Schultz, Bill Burr, Jimmy Carr, Louis C.K., and a bunch of others have agreed to do a comedy festival in Saudi Arabia. It started on Friday, and it runs through next Thursday. So it's a bunch of comedians performing over the next 2 weeks. And they got plenty and plenty and plenty and plenty of money to do it. Here's my problem with it. Dave Chappelle was accused, and I love Dave Chappelle. Let's not get it twisted. I love Dave Chappelle, and I will after this still love Dave Chappelle, okay? All of these comedians, I like them all, and I still will like them when they come back from Saudi Arabia. However, that being said, Dave Chappelle, when he talked his whole transgender, part of his act, a lot of people accused him of punching down. What that means is that you're making jokes at the expense of people that can't really fight back, right? That's what they mean by punching down. I didn't agree with it. I thought he was just being a comedian, like all comedians. But that was the accusation. Well, now Dave Chappelle cannot come back to America, do a stand-up special where he talks about MAGA. Because I look at him and say, oh, wait a minute. You didn't say any of that to the Saudi Arabians, to the Crown Prince. You didn't make any jokes about their culture. Why are you making jokes about me and people who agree with things that I agree with politically? Bill Burr cannot come back and talk about how crazy MAGA is and how crazy. No, oh, whoa, my brother. You didn't say that at the comedy festival. Why are you talking about us now? All of these comedians, and many of them are left-leaning comedians, they can't come back here, do an appearance on Saturday Night Live, and do a whole 8 minutes of anti-right, anti-conservative jokes. Because we just look at them and say, huh, that's interesting. You feel comfortable here saying what you want to say, but you did not feel comfortable there, or brave there saying what you have to say. My point is this. You're no more speaking truth to power in America when you talk about the president or MAGA, or even if you're a right-leaning conservative talking about the left. You're not being brave. You're not being, oh, look at me, I got my chest pumped out. Because bravery, courage, speaking truth to power is going to the Saudi Arabian Comedy Festival, the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and cracking jokes about the Sauds, cracking jokes about Islam, cracking jokes about how they treat their women, cracking jokes about killing journalists. That, my friends, is speaking truth to power. And since all of you signed an agreement to not do that, then I cannot consider any of your comedy brave or on the edge or anything like that. You all are just, to me, going forward, I love you all, but you'll all just be guys telling jokes at the expense of people that cannot ever fight you back. The Shelley Winter Show. We'll be right back.